Hello everybody and welcome to the ESI Digest, where we run through the biggest esports business related news stories of the week. I'm Tom Daniels, the sub-editor of Esports Insider, and this episode of the ESI Digest is once again in partnership with esports wear and apparel firm We Are Nation. So once again, we're glad to have them on board. In this week's roundup, we're going to be talking about Team Liquid and Naruto and their apparel collaboration, AS Monaco and Gambit Esports announcing their partnership, Los Angeles Thieves and Dollar Shave Club also announcing a collaboration. And then we're also going to be talking about 3D Aim Trainer securing €1 million in investment and esports fan engagement platform Espo launching. So let's talk about the first news story that we mentioned in the ESI Digest, and that is the fact that Team Liquid has announced a collaboration with Naruto Shippuden, the popular anime and manga series. As a result of the partnership, all of the anime's popular characters will be included in Team Liquid's latest apparel drop. This partnership really continues Team Liquid's kind of expansion into apparel a whole lot more. Obviously, we had it with Marvel and a lot of other companies which they've partnered with to launch specific variants in apparel and to kind of, attract other niches, not just an esports audience. And obviously this one, as they have talked about, and obviously as you could probably tell, is very much targeted towards not just the esports fan, but the anime fan included. Now, according to the release, the organization will launch over a dozen apparel pieces, and these range from a denim jacket to joggers, to hoodies, to a variety of short sleeve t-shirts. I think it is very important to talk about the fact that this is only a US exclusive launch, unlike the other partnerships where they could kind of be shipped globally. This Naruto Team Liquid partnership will only be available in the US, which does kind of limit the partnership, but also the fact that the partnership is occurring is also really exciting and really important, actually, I think, to see kind of more esports organizations branch into other sectors. Like I said, we've seen it with Team Liquid and Marvel. Team Vitality, I believe, had a Dragon Ball inspired I believe footwear which came out as well, and obviously you've got FaZe collaborating with the likes of Man City. So it's nice to see kind of esports organizations branch out a lot more. The second story sees French football club AS Monaco partner with Russian esports organization Gambit Esports to launch a new esports team, which is titled, surprisingly, AS Monaco Gambit. Now, for me, this very much feels, before we go into a little bit more details, kind of feels in part of what PSG have done. Obviously, the comparison is there with PSG and Talon straight away, with the fact that it's an esports organization and a top French club collaborating together. This one is a little bit different, though. So according to the release, the team will basically consist of Fortnite and Dota 2 teams. So it's not going into FIFA. I feel like AS Monaco Esports will be sticking to the kind of FIFA roots, where this one is specifically to go into other titles. The Fortnite team has already made its debut. They debuted on February 11th at the Fortnite Champions Series, with the Dota 2 team, I believe, debuting soon at ESL 1 CSI Online. So I feel like what this actually shows is that they'll be competing in, especially for Dota, in the Russian scene, so they actually won't be going into the European scene. Overall, I think this is an exciting deal for both Gambit Esports and for AS Monaco. AS Monaco have obviously had their own esports division for a little bit, but it's kind of been regarded more as let's be honest, a fan engagement opportunity. But this is actually where we're seeing AS Monaco kind of branch out into a lot more of the traditional esports, for example, Fortnite, and more specifically, I would say Dota 2 as well. Whereas with Gambit Esports, it's great to have a partner such as AS Monaco on their side, because that can kind of push their esports organization as a whole. I believe that actually what this deal does is it kind of pushes AS Monaco's brand to a wider community, to an esports community, while also having the AS Monaco fans be aware of Gambit Esports and maybe support Gambit Esports in other, kind of sectors and other titles, just because of the collaboration between the two. I don't see anything negative about this partnership right now. It'd be interesting to see how it develops in the next years, whether this is going to be a short-term or a long-term project. But either way, I think it's exciting for both brands. Moving on now, a North American esports organization, 100 Thieves, has announced a partnership with Dollar Shave Club. Now, this is specifically with a focus on its LA Thieves Call of Duty franchise, which was recently announced last year. As a result of the partnership, Dollar Shave Club has become a founding partner of Los Angeles Thieves, and as a founding partner, the two parties will collaborate in the Dollar Shave Club LA Thieves practice facility, which is within the 100 Thieves Cash App compound. Now, we've seen this quite a lot with 100 Thieves, where they've kind of had, branded names in their compound, obviously Cash App being one of them. They've had various other kind of training facilities been put in there and kind of have that additional branding. It's not just kind of a name on a jersey, it's also kind of being known in the facility itself. I feel like this partnership actually, more than anything, just kind of shows how important 100 Thieves and kind of Los Angeles Thieves is to the Call of Duty scene, given the fact that they've already secured a partner, which is likely to give them more revenue, which is likely to kind of boost their audience, but also the fact that you've seen Dollar Shave Club make their way into esports through not just 100 Thieves, but through specifically the Call of Duty franchise, also shows the benefit of why 100 Thieves chose to go into Call of Duty again. I don't think it was just kind of like a personal thing, you know, with Nadeshot and his history, but also as a commercial asset for them. And that's been proven with this Dollar Shave Club partnership. The penultimate news story of the ESI Digest sees FPS practice and training tool 3D Aim Trainer raising a total of €1 million in its latest round of funding. Now, the latest round of funding sees the likes of Ron Dorning, the former CEO and president of Activision, and Freshman Fund invest in the company, along with a couple others which we'll discuss later. Now, according to the release, the investment is going to be used to kind of expand the company's team, to bring its products to other platforms, and also with kind of the aim of just making aim training fun. Despite the company being in its infancy, gaining €1 million in investment, while obviously we've seen the likes of major investments come in from like VSPN and vice versa, that's still a significant amount to gain for what is a very, like I said, young platform. Vice President of Gaming and Business at King, the company behind Candy Crush, Jean-Bernard Mones, has also announced that he is one of the investors in that investment round as well. And so you can kind of see that there is like an influence of esports personalities, but also of just genuine like entrepreneurs who are very interested in seeing how this platform goes. Obviously, there is the main comparison you would say to like Aim Lab, and so it'd be very interesting to see how both of these kind of platforms can differentiate each other and also attract different markets as well. So it'll be interesting to keep an eye on both of these, especially 3D Aim Tracker right now, given the fact that they've had this investment. Final story of the ESI Digest sees UK-based gaming startup Espo announce that it has launched its fan engagement platform, Espo.io. Now, this was built in collaboration with a range of teams, which I'm going to note off now. So this includes esports organizations such as Built by Gamers, Team BDS, Boom Esports, F2K, Godsend, and Team Quezzo. And I feel like this kind of epitomizes the fact that fan engagement is so crucial in esports now, but it's also very interesting to see kind of this new platform come about in collaboration with loads of teams. We've seen the likes of Liquid Plus, like organizational specific fan engagement platform. Cloud9, I believe, have their own one as well, and there's a lot of other range of fan engagement initiatives which we've seen in recent years, but this is slightly different. So according to the press release, the platform aims to bring esports fans closer to their favorite teams, pro players, and content creators by offering access through a wide variety of fan exclusive perks. Now, these fan perks can range from anything to like playing with professional players, receiving VOD gameplay reviews, collecting team merchandise, and competing in community tournaments. So very much like some of the standard things that we've seen with other kind of esports fan engagement platforms in the past. But like I said, very interested to see kind of all of these organizations collaborate together. I believe that they'll be kind of like having new collaborations which come out, and it kind of like rotates it to keep it fresh. And I believe it will also depend on, the teams and kind of what they want to kind of push for fan engagement. Be interested to see if either this approach kind of works, where it's more, let's kind of group these esports organizations together and put them on kind of one dedicated platform for fan engagement, or whether the Team Liquid, the Cloud9 model works in terms of, let's have actually a subscription-based service specifically for the esports organization of the esports fans of those organizations. Either way, interested to see kind of new developments in fan engagement, and it's interesting to see kind of new initiatives be sparked and be kind of created, through 2021 and beyond. And that is it for this week's ESI Digest. Thanks again to We Are Nations, who are in partnership with this episode. If you want to check out any more stories from Esports Insider, don't forget to head over to the website. Also, check our Instagram, follow us on Twitter, and if you want to follow me on Twitter, it's @TheTomDaniels. But until next time, we'll see you later.